Like mindfulness, everybody heard of mindfulness, right? And then Vipassana is very popular form of meditation, right? And yoga is another form of meditation, and also prayer is a form of meditation. So the Chan, we say it's a concentration, because when we meditate, I don't know all kind of meditation, but generally speaking, meditation is to focus your mind on one thing, because we can't just not think, right? People say like, oh, you sit and not think, like, come on, I'm not a robot. I can just turn it off. Like, it's not working. Meditation. There are a lot of techniques of meditation that's available, and generally, meditation is to help you to focus on one thing. So you can focus on mantra. You can focus on chanting. You can focus on breathing. There are a lot of different techniques. You can focus on some kind of visualization. But the main objective of meditation is to help you to develop samadhi power. In another word, is concentration power. So maybe she may well understand when you practice yoga, similar principle works. So when you practice yoga, like you see like people like putting their body like in a crazy kind of like posture, and then like, oh my God, like how can a person do that? Like I think like that, right? Too. But when you do that, you have to really focus, right? So you have concentration. That's when you feel blissful, because your mind is put only one object. So in yoga, you have to be very focused to do the posture, right? So that's when you develop your samadhi power. The style that in Chan we practice is a little different, because we don't go for relaxation. It's actually designed to make you suffer during the practice. I'm sorry if you're not here for that, but I highly recommend you to try, because it doesn't really work. The reason why we make you suffer is because it's very good for you. If you don't try, you will never find out. So basically, the most basic level, we train you to sit in full lotus. And I know for some people it's not possible, but we train that you have the mindset, you do it. So like, some people, they come, their leg is like this, right? They're like, this is all they get, right? So they go like this. And they do it, right? But when they do it, they have to be really focused. And not only that, when you do that, when your legs are put this posture, your energy flow is increased. So chi flow is like blood flow. We have blood circulation and we have energy circulation in the body. So like you have chi flow, my cat has chi flow, the plant has chi flow, all the living beings have chi flow, right? So when you practice yoga, tai chi, qigong meditation, your chi flow is balanced, restored, and also increased. And the way we practice like this, when you sit like that or like that, you know, you're not used to that, right? So your blood is like not able to circulate. So your chi has to like try to push hard. Like if you do it, like you feel it inside your body. Yeah. So for example, people that practice for many years in Chan, they sit like this for hours and hours, and they can actually feel the chi is going through your spine, and then it will go through, and then there are a lot of health benefits. No, you don't have to sit like this. The thing is, when you are not able to sit like this, you just sit like that. The thing is, like people fear that it's going to hurt you, right? But actually, when you sit like this, even though it's painful, when the chi increases, it will go and heal the areas that you're having problem with. So for example, there is a nun in the temple, she had leg problem. She had nerve damages on the leg. So she couldn't walk. She would have to use the cane, and she would sit in full lotus all the time. and now she walks, no problem. She went to 7 doctors and they refused to like, it's not gonna work. Yeah. You don't have to worry. We just sit. Everybody goes from different situation, but if you endure the discomfort little by little and push further and further, it will help you to open the blockages. We call chi blockages. Yeah. That means your chi flow is not very well right now. Yeah. So that means when your chi flow is not very well, your blood circulation is not very well. That means there's a potential health problems. So we highly recommend it. So that's the physical part. Of course, meditation is not only physical, it's also mental. But we first have to train the body to train the mind. You develop the samadhi power, you open your wisdom. So you just know what to do in difficult situation. And also when you have samadhi power, you get less afflicted. So when your mom shouted at you before you shout back, when you have samadhi power, your mom shouted at you, you don't shout back and you don't get upset. So that's kind of cool thing about meditation. If you really watch what your mind is thinking throughout the day, a lot of afflictions arises because you're scared, you're afraid, you're fearful of being hurt. Isn't that true? Yeah? When you're angry, it's usually because you're scared that you're gonna hurt, right? So this is a very straightforward, direct way, because you already sit like this and you watch the kind of mind arising inside yourself. You sit like this, oh, what if I'm gonna get hurt? My knee is really, really painful. Or this kind of feeling weird. Like, is this okay? You know, all these kind of thoughts, it's just natural. And then you keep doing that every day. And naturally, throughout the day, when your anger arises or any kind of affliction arises, you are trained to catch this really quickly, and then you can let go very fast. Yeah. I forgot one last very important thing. So when you sit, the pain will increase. Okay? Right? Pain will increase. But if you endure the pain increases like this. Right? So this is like, pain is like this, right? But if you don't open the leg, pain increases like this. After 1 hour, it's like you want to cut your leg. But all of a sudden it drops. Yeah? Yeah, she has practiced it for a while. She's also the disciple of my teacher. So she's here for support. So your pain goes like this, and then it will drop. So that means your chi is finally strong enough to go through the blood blockage, because now the blood can circulate, right? So the chi is like trying to push and push and push. After 1 hour, it will just drop the pain. That means your chi is so strong, now the blood circulates. Okay? So when the blood circulates, your body heals, your mind heals, your mental things heals. Your mind, become very quiet. Okay? That kind of quiet mind, quiet, silent mind, is no comparison than you try to relax yourself. Okay? I speak out of experience. I'm not making things up. So, but I know it's hard. Okay? Okay. Yeah. So like you start with like 5-10 minutes, and then you make it 12 minutes, 15 minutes, 30, like, sometimes go back to 10 minutes and then 15 minutes.
How do you continue when it's hurting so bad?
So that's when things come in. You recite things, you read book, you do whatever. I'll be honest, I used to watch a lot of Netflix movies. People think meditation is sit and be peaceful. It's not entirely true. That's like you are depending on the mind that's been screwing your life the whole time. So like when people say in meditation class, listen to your thoughts, whatever, like it doesn't really make sense, because that mind exactly ruined your life the whole time. So we are going against what your mind is pleased to do it. So we are putting body where the mind doesn't want to do it. So it's like really against the, conventional way of thought. Yeah? The beginner's level for the first stage, we say do whatever it takes to survive the pain. And if you do it, you understand. There's no way to explain why. You only can experience it. Otherwise, it's just talk, right? So anyway. All right, so 10 minutes. Any kind of meditation, actually, you can experience something that you can explain or you're feeling scared of. That's called states. Have you heard of those states when you practice meditation? Anybody? No? Like people see through the wall, or like you never heard of this? No? See from the past life, whatever. Yeah, people talk about it, like people like see the future life or past life. They have out of body experience or see through the wall. We call in Buddhism, we call this states. So we have all different kind of states. In Buddhism practice, we say ignore them, because that's just very temporary. So when that happens and you don't have a teacher, the best way is to like consider this is like a nice movie. Yeah, because people sometimes open this kind of power, also we call penetration power, spiritual penetration. If you are not really sure, but you think you know because you suddenly see things and you use this power, it's not always safe. So it's the best to ignore them, at least according to what the Buddha taught. And if you're lucky enough to find a teacher, they can guide you. And that's the safest way. So curious, I highly recommend you to meditate at least 50 minutes a day. But my teacher always emphasized to practice at least 1 hour a day, which almost sounds like impossible to sit for an hour like that. It took 5 years for me to sit like this for an hour, 1 hour. So it was very hard. I cried, screamed, and I did everything. But the thing is, I decided to speak in the public, spending my own money to do this. It's not for fame, nothing. For 5 years, I screamed and cried and suffered so much in pain, but the outcome was totally worth it, because I now have a very good relationship with my family. I couldn't talk to my father for 3 years. Now it's like, he has his own problem, but it's no more my problem, because I don't get angry about what he said to me. So now father finally started to appreciate his daughter. He used to tell me it's better not to have a daughter, so don't talk to me. So I used to get very depressed about the fact that my own parents doesn't like to have a daughter like me. Like, what's wrong with me? So, and there are a lot of other things that in my life that's been very, very good after I started meditation. So that's why I decided to share. I'm not professionally trained speaker, so maybe I'm not very prepared, but I'm very glad that you came to participate. Thank you so much.